Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome back to another episode. In today's episode, we're going back to basics, and we're doing the walking and talking. That's right, walking and talking. You know, let's see if we can get to the other side over here, a little less traffic. But basically, the reason we're doing some walking and talking today is because my GoPro is still in the shop. I'm still waiting for it to get here. And in the meantime, I still got to record videos. So, you know, now we're pointing the camera right at me. You know, a lot of times what I do, you know, for these walking and talkings now is that like I'll point the camera forward like this, but as you guys can see, it's gonna be very shaky. That's why I got the new camera. But when I have this camera, I can very easily you know, point it at myself, and the shake, even though it's still bad, it's not as bad. So that's what we're doing today. And as for a topic as to what the hell we're gonna talk about today, I don't know, but I will tell you what I was doing out here. I was running some errands out here in El Centro, as usual, and one of the things that I needed to do today, because it's Friday, it's February 14th to be exact, it's Valentine's Day, I need to buy a couple little things for my wife, you know, because it's Valentine's Day. We got to do all that, right? And you know, basically it's funny because a lot of times, every time there's like some sort of holiday out here and I'm talking to my sister or some sort of family member back home, a lot of times they ask me, they're like, oh, they celebrate that over there? Oh, they celebrate this over there? And so, you know, a good majority of the things that we do in the US, they actually celebrate out here as well. There's a lot of relation, you know, a lot of cultural relation, you know, between both countries here. So, you know, when it comes to something like Valentine's Day or Christmas or, you know, any other holiday out there, yeah, for sure. You know what I mean? We've already talked about this many times before. Now, they're probably not going to celebrate things like St. Patrick's Day out here, but something like Valentine's Day, yeah, for sure. It's something they definitely do celebrate out here. And the reason something like Valentine's Day is definitely celebrated out here is basically, you know, for the fact because again, you know, I've only been here a year and a half, or a year, a little longer than that, and I'm already married. One of the things that I talk about all the time out here is that fact that, you know, love is not lost. You know, that whole idea of two people loving each other and being all lovey-dovey and hanging out at the park and doing all that stuff. Yeah, that happens here all the time still. It's still part of culture, it's still part of life. It's still part of like every day. So something like Valentine's Day is extremely celebrated. Now, it's not like the US, you know, because again, just like my sister was saying, it's like, oh, did you guys celebrate that Hallmark holiday that is constantly you know, just draining people's monies? Because again, that's what most holidays are nowadays, and especially something like Valentine's, in which yeah, you know, you basically are going to be spending a lot of money, a lot of unnecessary money on a lot of unnecessary things for nothing, you know, basically. I mean, but out here, you know, first of all, not only are things cheaper for, you know, obviously, you know, we talk about that all the time, but it's not just the cheap aspect of how things are out here, but also, you know, the fact that things are affordable. And it's all, again, on a day like today, in which it's Valentine's Day and it's the celebration of love, basically, I mean, literally, then all of a sudden, you know, like that holiday is extremely celebrated out here. It really is. I mean, just again, because of the whole love thing is actually, it's actually a thing out here. It still exists out here. People still love each other and all that good stuff. Larry, fuck it, I'm throwing myself at the anyways. Yeah, by the way, I'm in a hurry because I gotta get home. I got a bunch of things I gotta do. So I'm a little bit of a hurry today, more than usual. But anyway, so like I was saying, you know, basically out here, no matter what, like for example, I was just in El Centro, you know, buying things that I needed to buy for myself, you know, just regular, you know, my errands that I was running. I had to run them today because I've been so busy this week. I haven't had any time to do anything. I very rarely ever, you know, come out here on a Friday unless I have to. I especially don't record anything on a Friday because I'm busy. And by the time Friday comes along, I'm already, you know, just finishing up the week and, you know, setting up for the weekend and setting up for all that. But again, this week has been so crazy busy where I'm you know, now I just finished doing Monday motivation for this Monday, and I'm now doing this video. This is probably going to be airing on Tuesday, so that's, you know, to me that's too close for comfort right now. But it's all right though, you know what I mean? It's all worth it. But anyways, back to what I was saying about how things are out here. You know, I basically got married. Disculpa, muchas gracias. I basically got married, and it did not cost me an arm and a leg. You know, a cousin of my girlfriend's, a cousin of my wife's. I gotta stop saying that, right? A cousin of my wife's, you know, she got married and she spent a lot of money. You know, she spent, I think I want to say like 30 grand US. That's a lot of money for a Mexican. But for us, I mean, you saw that wedding that we put together, and that whole thing, I'm trying to, I kind of put a lot of the things, you know, behind me, you know what I mean? Because it was expensive. But basically that whole wedding, even though it was extremely expensive for me at the moment, it wasn't that expensive. But basically that whole thing was around $2,500. So around I'm gonna get in the shade, it's way too hot. But anyways, for around 2,500 bucks, $3,000 give or take, that's how much it cost me to put that whole thing together. Everything, okay? And I'm overshooting it, okay? Because, you know, just in case. But, you know, I'm in Mexican, what is it, on Mexican finances right now. So that would be expensive for out here, but not really. It's still not that expensive. But regardless, that's beyond crazy cheap for US standards. And you guys already saw the video. And by the way, if you guys haven't seen the video, please check it out after you're done watching this one. And you guys can get to see what that can buy you, what that can purchase you, or whatever. You can see the wedding. But again, just going back to, you know, what is my Valentine's Day? What is my Valentine's Day date gonna look like today? How much am I gonna spend? And that's the thing. So I just came from buying my errands, you know, buying my whatever, and then I saw a little store, a little not a dollar store, but something like that, you know, like one of those little stores like that, and they were selling all kinds of Valentine's Day stuff. You know, hey, come in now, get a 25% off, especially, you know, today Valentine's Day, whatever. So I went in there and I got her, you know, just a few little things. I got her like a little bear, I got her a flower, I got her a couple things, all right? And basically, what did that all cost me? You know, back in, and by the way, things were expensive because it's Valentine's Day, and just like in the US, it's just trying to make that money. So I was like, you know, I got her those things, and it basically cost me 50 pesos. That's like $2.50, $3. And I got three things. Now, the fact that I am with, man, look at all, so much traffic, so loud. Yeah, because again, I'm using the old camera here, so bear with me, guys. But yeah, so like I was saying, you know, the thing is that, you know, my girlfriend is not materialistic. My wife is not materialistic. Thank God for that. That's number one. And the thing is that in the US, there's plenty of women that say, I'm not materialistic, but they are. And I'm not trying to, whatever. If you're out there and you're not, please let me know. You know, leave something in the comments, all right? Prove me wrong, as always, as usual. You know me, I love making, I love having women tell me I'm wrong. All right? And not just my own wife. But anyways, but the point I'm making is that, you know, things are just different. You're gonna find materialistic women out here too. It's just a fact. But it's just a little less. And especially when, again, things like love, things like having a family, having a relationship, all these things are still part of everyday culture. It's even less, but you'll still find them. You'll still find them. But anyways, the point is that try showing up to your girlfriend or your wife's, you know, house on Valentine's Day with a gift that costs you under $5. You know what I mean? Go ahead. For all the guys out there, go ahead. Let me know what happens when you show up with a gift that's $5 or less. But basically, me showing up with that gift to her or just about anyone, but especially to my wife, she's gonna love that. But that's not it. You know what I mean? It's Valentine's. I'm not just gonna stop there. Come on now. You know what I mean? Go big or go home, right? So, what else am I gonna do? Well, we're gonna go to the movies. We're gonna go grab some dinner. You know, we're gonna do all that stuff. You know, all that good stuff that, you know, you do on Valentine's Day. Now, per her request, she's like, I don't want to go out today because it's going to be crazy packed. Again, these are the reasons I love her. You know what I mean? I don't even got to say it. She says it herself. I'm like, yeah, you're smart. Yes, that's a good observation, baby girl. You know, we're definitely not going to go out tonight, but we'll go out tomorrow because I definitely want to take you out and blah, blah, blah. So tomorrow, Saturday, I know you're watching this on Tuesday, but anyways, I'm going to take her out. And what are we doing? What does she want to do? I want to go see a movie. I want to go get dinner. All right, no problem. So basically, this is how it works. We're going to the movie theater. And not only, and let me tell you what the costs are, all right? I'm gonna see if I can take the camera. I don't know, maybe not, because it is Valentine's Day. I kind of want to make it, you know, keep it that way. But basically, I think I've taken you guys before. But anyways, basically, like what the tickets are gonna cost, it's gonna be somewhere between, for me and her, under 200 pesos, all right? Basically. For me and her to go inside the movie theater, it's gonna be under 200 pesos. I wanna say 150 pesos, but it's basically gonna be somewhere around 200 pesos, all right? And then well, we're gonna buy some popcorn, some Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola. No Coca-Cola for me. Coca-Cola. No Coca-Cola for me. Coca-Cola. No Coca-Cola for me. We're gonna get the M&Ms and all that shit. It's probably gonna be another 200. So basically, I took my girl out to the movies. We're sitting in super crazy stadium seating, you know, literally the most expensive movie theater back in the States, okay? So that's the equivalent of what we have here. So we're going to that theater. I'm buying popcorn, M&Ms, Coca-Cola, the whole fucking nine, and I'm still 20 bucks. I'm at 20 bucks tops, all right? Now, I mean, it's not just gonna be going to movies. She's also gonna wanna, you know, well, I'm gonna wanna take her out to dinner. So how much is dinner gonna cost me? Again, you would, you know, in the United States of America, Valentine's dinner, oh boy, might as well take out another mortgage, right? It's extremely expensive. I used to be in the restaurant business. Trust me, we used to make a lot of money then. All right, some of the employees hated it, but as the boss, you know, I love this. I love fucking Valentine's, and on a Friday, oh my God, you know how much money we're gonna be making this weekend? So, you know, with that being said, you know, we already know that it's gonna be expensive tonight. We're going out Saturday night, so we're just gonna go to a regular dinner. And let's just say the most expensive dinner. You know, we might wanna go get like a really nice fancy dinner, you know, go out and get some fancy pasta or go to a nice fancy restaurant. How much you think we're gonna be spending? Now, don't get it. That guy needs a muffler. Mufflers are optional here. Mufflers are optional here. You know, it's funny because I haven't been walking through here in such a long time because I'm always on the bike now. And so many things have changed. I remember this thing was nothing, and look at that, it's a store already. Holy crap. I remember when they were building this thing, and it was like just a couple months ago. Look at that. Wow. Anyways. All right, so back to what I was saying. So, you know, again, guys, you know what I mean? It's not like a crazy expensive. It's just not. And so when it comes to now, all of a sudden, you know, going to a nice expensive dinner, the most expensive, crazy expensive dinner, like I'm talking about 5-star type restaurant, all that shit, I'm probably gonna be spending $1,500. You know, but this is like, you know, upper echelon, you know, 3-5 Michelin star type place. I'm not taking her there. I can't afford that. But again, even if I were to afford it, the fuck is 1,000 pesos? It's 50 bucks, a little more, 75 bucks. And you're going to like the most expensive restaurant in town. And you're literally paying what you're gonna be paying at Chili's. So it's like if you go to, you have two options. You come out here and you go to a 5 Michelin star, whatever the fuck type restaurant, and you're gonna be paying about the same amount as you're paying you know, for a really big fat Applebee's dinner. You know what I mean? So what can you get for an Applebee's budget out here? A lot. Because again, basically, if I'm gonna take her out to a restaurant so we can have all the tacos in the world, we can have, you know, a crazy, you know, taco buffet. It's like, you know, the most I'm gonna spend is 300 pesos, maybe 400, 500 tops. I'm talking about 500, that's with alcohol included. That's with other things added, like dessert and all that shit. And that's around like 500 pesos. And it's like, again, 600, maybe 600. But what's that? That's 25, 30 bucks. And that's the thing. Hola, buenos dias. And yeah, that's the thing. I mean, basically, you know, it's funny, like, people did not, when I would go around with my camera, like the first, I don't know, year, nobody ever said hi. Nobody was ever nice and whatever. But now, I mean, I get stopped all the time. You know, I'm doing grocery shopping and people recognize me. Not just tourists, not just Americans, not just you guys, but Mexicans from here. By the way, shout out to everybody. Love you guys. But I get, you know, all the time. So now, as I'm walking around with my camera all the time, I'm always like, hey, you know, people are always like, hey, you know, like all kinds of shit. And it's like, I don't even know anymore if they know me or not. I at this point, I'm thinking that they do know me, because I don't know, it's just more than what it used to be. But anyways, I digress. You know, basically what today's, you know, episode is all about, we're just doing a little walking and talking. We're doing a little bit of you know, just observation, cultural observations here in Mexico. You know, whether it, you know, talking about the cost of living, you know, the cost of love, right? You know, the cost of these things that we all, again, it doesn't matter, you know, who you are out there. You know, almost all this stuff pertains to you in one form or another. And but I digress, because, you know, we're talking about just Valentine's Day or today, you know, because this, you know, the thing, it's the topic in my head and all that. But, you know, also, you know, this video and this information can be used for others, for future reference, for other things. You know why? Because, again, guys, you know what I mean, I'm telling you what the average cost of like a date, or the average cost of you know, taking out your woman out here and really showing her what's up. And it's, again, you know, you're gonna be spending, if you spend $100 on your woman out here, you're a king. You spend $100 on your woman back home, that's just like a regular Tuesday, you know, type of shit. And it's just things like that about the economy, you know what I mean, the finances, you know, like how much, not only does how much further your dollar goes out here, or your currency or your money, how much further it goes out here. But it's not just that, it's also the culture out here, where the people out here, you know, they're a lot more humble, they're a lot more you know, live within their means and all this stuff. And so, yeah, you know, you are gonna find women, you're gonna find people out here that are all about, you know, all about that capitalist life, you know, all about keeping up with the Joneses, you know, all about all that, you know, for sure you're gonna find them out here. But even then, it's not like in the US, man, because it's like, no matter how, you know, capitalistic or trying to keep up with the Joneses a person could be out here, you can't compare to just the average Joe, the average poor motherfucker in the US, you know, that can't afford to eat, but, you know, has a fucking Rolex, you know, has a brand new car, you know, has all of these things. And, you know, out here, it's not how it is. You know, if you see someone with all those things, they're paying for it, they're working hard for it, they're, you know, they most likely own it. It's not even like a thing is on credit, you know, the credit's not even a thing out here per se, like that, like it is in the US. And so it's just all those things put together. So, you know, you're gonna find all kinds of people out here. But if you're finding someone that's driving this Cadillac, that motherfucker probably pay for that. That shit is not on a fucking loan. It could be, it might be, but it's not. Most likely not. And again, guys, it's just a completely different, you know, cultural thing out here on many levels. So even, you know, something like Valentine's Day, again, why I'm really bringing this up is, again, this is my sister, you know, we were having this conversation earlier. But yeah, again, even a day like Valentine's Day, it's another day for couples to really show their love and do all that lovey-dovey stuff. And again, it's, hola, buenos dias. Buenos dias. It's all about showing that love and appreciation for the other person and all that stuff. You know what I mean? It's what it is. It's not about material things like it is in the US and other parts of the world, where, I mean, even Russia, whatever, where it's like, you know, the Valentine's Day love is basically like, how expensive is the gift? How expensive is the things that you're getting me? You know, that's how you show love in other cultures, but not here. You know, out here, love is shown by, again, the effort. You know, the fact that I went all the way to El Centro. Yeah, sure, I went to go pick up a couple things, but I also picked her up a couple little things. You know, the little itty bitty things that, you know, we do you know, on our daily basis, you know, when they're, whether it's going to the movie theaters or hanging out together or whatever it is, you know, it's you know, people out here, you know, they value things more like love, like time, like effort, and things like that. It's not necessarily like here. I mean, I might get my girlfriend a really crazy Hey guys, sorry about that. Camera died, you know, whether it was a battery or the thing overheated. You guys already know, people have been watching my channel for a very long time, how this old camera works. That's why we had to retire it and get the new one. But anyways, I digress. The point I was making or trying to make is the fact that, again, out here, you know, women value you more. They value your time more. They value true love more over material things. And sure, you'll find them out here, just like anywhere else, you know, women that appreciate, you know, the material things over anything else. But if you, especially if you come out here to the Yucatan, I've just, you know, from experience and just from seeing my own environment and seeing how it works out here, you know, the women out here, the people out here, they really do care about love and family and traditional values in that sense. And that's the thing, though, you know what I mean? When it comes to that, that's why a day like Valentine's Day is a pleasure. It's an honor. It's a beautiful day for me and my wife now, because we're celebrating our love. We're celebrating. Hey guys, I don't know where the hell I left off. Again, the camera already, you know, keeps turning off, you know, whether it's too much heat or running out of battery or whatever, or too old, all right, whatever the hell it is. But the point is that I just want to, at the very least, say, you know, hope you guys are having an awesome, amazing day. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and you already know the drill. You know, I just wanted to give you guys that last little bit of goodbyes, meaning don't forget to please like, please subscribe, please share, please hit that bell icon. Please check out my website, check out the other channels, check out the podcast, check out pretty much I'm all over the place, all right? Just check me out online, all right? josearteaga.com, all right? Or josearteaga online. But anyways, guys, all right, I gotta go. This thing's about to die again. Peace out. Hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day, and thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.